The squad play is real. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stone Mountain, hoping that I can get a good squad for this when the game fully does come out. It was recently delayed until December 1st. Previously, I believe it was sometime around October as expected. This, of course, Rainbow Six Siege. It's a 5 vs 5 game mode, reminiscent of something like Search and Destroy, Counter-Strike, the classic modes where it's a bit more tactical. This game, I think, takes it to the next level of tactics. There's a lot of micro-destruction. You can just blow through walls, floors, although you can't blow through any floor, as I learned. You have to have kind of a weakened point in the floor. There's certain spots you can do it. You can see this light framework wood you can just easily destroy with a grenade. You can shoot straight through it, unless the defending side barricades it. So the first 30 seconds or so of the game is defense barricading, setting up. The offense is using these little drones, which you'll see me use, trying to get your way in there, see where you need to attack. You can see there's a defending point. The defenders can set where that is. The attackers then need to go in. It's pretty sick, too, because each person has a unique gadget or unique abilities that they can bring with them, both on offense and on defense. On offense, you'll have things like sledgehammers, breaching charges, a grenade launcher-style breaching charge. And on defense, you have things like a heartbeat sensor, a trophy system from like Call of Duty, which will essentially block grenades, which is something that was only in this build, which is a more recent one from Gamescom. Which is the build that we were playing here. There's also a couple other really unique ones. For example, on offense, a lot of them have kind of, or there's a couple classes with riot shields. Another new one that they had was this riot shield that had flashbangs on the front of it. So as you're moving up with the riot shield down, I have some gameplay of this in a minute, you can blast, you had 3 flashbang charges that flash the guy in front of you, and just with your pistol, you can pretty much shoot through the pistol. Really good offensive character. I like this game, though, because it requires you to work together. It's not so much just everybody going down their own lane, doing whatever they want. It's you have to combo the abilities that you bring with you into each of these matches. Call out where people are coming from, and it can get intense as you're crawling through this, trying to figure out where they are, especially when you're breaching inside, because it's so dark inside that the people inside have kind of a line of sight advantage. Because if you're trying to look in, everything looks extremely dark with that contrast. So that became difficult, and ultimately our team did extremely well because we were working together. And you guys know I love squad games. Like this is my type of style, commanding a squad, and I was taking full advantage in this situation as well. I was actually flown down by Ubisoft to play this game down in Los Angeles. We had a capture event at a Microsoft lounge, which was awesome. And they set us up kind of 5 vs 5. Our team all sitting shoulder to shoulder, facing the other 5-man team, all on Xbox Ones. But we had our headsets all linked up to each other so we could all talk to each other, and it worked awesome. We were calling out what to use, calling out where people were. I was doing a little bit of more talking maybe than some other people, but regardless, we ended up doing extremely well every game because there was constant communication of where's the person, where did you just die from, and then taking advantage of the kit. So there's a heartbeat sensor. What I found to be the most useful on defense was there's a heartbeat sensor, which pretty much lets you see through walls. We had one person using that and or somebody who was working the cameras. On defense, you can also use these cameras that are located all around, and the people on offense can shoot them out, but if they don't shoot them in time, or maybe they just ignore it for a round, it gives you a good advantage. You're completely exposed while you're using the camera, the player who is using it, but they can tag the people by holding down Y, tag him, showing where they are. So doing those types of callouts. The best thing, though, that heartbeat sensor, you can kind of see through the wall. I'll show you that in a bit here. And then the other thing was that armor gives you some extra health. You can put some barbed wire down, which slows people from coming in. On offense, this breaching charge was a lot of fun. And then there's 2 barricades. You can see like these guys barricaded this window. You can also reinforce walls, which makes it so you can't even explode them. So if you do put an explosive on it, it won't blow it. But you can't do that over a window or something like that. So anyways, it was really cool seeing all the different tactics you can do behind it. That being said, I was kind of, I wouldn't say irritated, but surprised at the limitations. Originally, I thought everything was going to be destructible. It was going to be a full-on thing. A lot of the floors, like, are just made of cement. Like on this level, for example, you can't blast down to the next floor. I know that was something that they were boasting at the beginning, was you could just blow a hole in the ground and go to the floor below you, or put an explosive while you're on the roof, put an explosive on the roof and blast your way down. But you can't shoot or explode it through the concrete. It can only be set in certain positions. So I was kind of surprised by that. This is actually one of the new classes here, which was this right shield. But you can see I can hold my pistol in front of the shield, so I was able to shoot people. And you saw that, like, shield slam I did was actually a stun. You have 3 of these charges. So this is one of the offensive classes. So I have somebody behind me with an assault rifle who's moving up, trying to deal some more heavy damage with the rifle as I draw the fire, as I do here. Stunned them, and then just move in with the pistol, and I was able to take them down. It's really cool, too, because you actually bleed out as well. So if it's not a lethal hit that you get hit with, if you get hit in the arm or leg or something, you'll just fall down injured, and you can get picked back up by your teammate, but it's not necessarily death unless you get a headshot or something like that, which I like that combo, being able to call for help, get some people back there. So I'm interested to see what this is like with a more fully developed game, because right now they said they were working on some more balancing things. That's one of the reasons that this game was delayed. It was originally supposed to come out in October. Supposedly the defense has a really strong advantage. You know, you're kind of in a room. You can really lock it down very well with all of the defensive things that you have. You can protect against grenades, flashbangs, with this new trophy system type thing. You've got, of course, all of these other defensive things, including this is the heartbeat sensor here. So you're seriously seeing through the walls where they're coming from. And if you're calling that out, you can do a pretty good defensive job. And a couple of times I did rush successfully. Couple of times I didn't go down. You can see that's the med logo there, but it's mainly going to be this multiplayer game where it's basically 5v5, more competitive, and the only other mode that I saw when I was there was a kind of co-op mode, which was against AI. It was a pretty decent mode, but I don't think it's going to be a big draw for maybe your general player. Essentially, you'd go up to a bomb, disarm it, and then protect against waves. Go to the next bomb, disarm it, and then protect against waves. It was something that would finish after about 10 minutes or so. And once you do it on every map, maybe a couple times, I don't see it having a bunch of longevity type zombies game mode. That's what I'm kind of thinking when I think of modes that are just against AI like that. So I don't know, but I really didn't see too much about it. We were just able to play on one map. It was fun when I played it, and there are different difficulties with that, but really this competitive mode made me the most interested. The thing is, with each round you go into, it's a 30-second wait time, which is kind of a long time before, you know, the round even starts. But you're also doing a lot during that period of time. You're driving around, if you're on offense, with these little RC cars, trying to see where the defenders are, which room that they're in, because they could be in one of 4 locations. And then on the defense, you're trying to barricade all of this stuff and set everything up as quickly as you can. So you have a stress point there. But after playing on this map, I mean, I was able to play a massive amount of games here. Playing consistently on the same map over and over, I don't know how much replayability there is with it. That being said, look at Counter-Strike, and that game is so massively replayed. It's unbelievable. So who am I to say anything about that? But had a good time working together with the squad. Excited to see what else comes from this. This was kind of my first introduction to it. So, yeah, maybe I'm introducing some of you guys to it too. I'd done one video about this previously, their 2014 E3 release, and it looked insane then. You can look back, that was one of the games I was most excited for from that E3, and it was delayed a little bit more, but I hope it's really polished and looking good when it does come out. Let me know what you guys think of this game in the comments down below. I'm interested in what your guys' interaction or engagement is with this one. I spent a whole day down in LA, and I have another live video that I'm planning on uploading for this. Subscribe if you are new as well. You can check out my previous video, my recent YOLO on the Battlefield series, that as well as my And We Are Live, some of my other funny moments, top plays. Check them out, and I'll see you soon. This is StoneMount64, over and out.